There are socks that get stinky and dirty and get holes in them. And then there are socks that riot!
Parakeet should have been out of the cage because he freed the parakeets. Parakeet should have been out of the cage.
Are you on the chicken yet?
No. Free the rabbits. Now the zebras, moving up. And up to the...
I am Paul Pusher. I am world famous. And I rescued them all! No, damn it! I want to be emphasized in all these pictures, not the rabbit! After all, I'm the one who freed him, right? I'm the one who freed all the rabbits. Or maybe the rabbits freed me. But if the rabbits freed me, then who freed the rabbits, huh? And the pig, and the parakeets, and the parakeets. That's all I'm saying. Look, I know they all want to be in the photograph with me. Of course they do. I'm famous. But who freed this damn chicken? Shut up! Or maybe the chicken freed the chicken, Maybe that's not what you're trying to tell me? Maybe the chicken freed the chicken, but if the freed chicken freed the chicken, then who's freeing all the chickens that needed to be freed? Right? Okay then. Oh, hoofka. What do you mean, what am I talking about? Can you listen? I'm Paul Pusher. I am the rescuer. I am world famous. And I rescued them all. I'm the one who rescued all the chirp, 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 all the blah, blah, all the blah, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, and the boop, boop, cheep, cheep, and the, what's up, Doc? Shut up, okay? That was me. Yeah, me! You heard me! Alright, so I want to be emphasized in every single photograph from now on until the day that I die.
Flippity bippity! Oh. Well, Daddy, I guess I'm going to have to take over next. Oh. What was that? You want to be rescued next? Well, aren't you special? Well, I'm the animal rescuer now. I'll decide which animal to rescue next. Call his name.
Really?
Give me $50 for this gold. Give me $50 here, $50. How about you, sir, in the front row? Would you buy it? Go for $50. Come on, sir, $50. This is a great gold. Look at him. He's a lovely gold. Quit eating my stuff there. What are you doing? Who give me $35? $35. Give me how about you in the back there? Would you like to get $35 for this goat, sir? Come on, $35. Look at this goat. Look at this. He'll eat anything. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. He's a wonderful goat. Wonderful pet. He'll take care of your yard, everything. Okay, let's move on a little bit here and let's go to $30. Who'll give me $30? How about you, young lady right here in the front? Would you give me $30 for this goat? Give me $30 here. I can't sell you for nothing. I'm gonna have to get rid of you here pretty soon. Who'll give me $20? Quit eating my papers there, goat. Sorry, folks, you know how the goat is. $20 for the goat. Who'll give me $20 for the goat? How about you over there? You give me $20. Quit it, goat there. What you doing, goat? Okay, $20 for the goat. How about $20? $20 for the goat. 30 papers. Hey, quit eating my paper, goat. $30. Where was that? Where was it? $20. $20 for the goat. $20. You give me $20. 21. Come here. For $20. Come on. Look at this goat, folks. He's just such a loving goat. He can't do anything. Get up, goat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get up. Get up here, goat. Look at these people out here. Look at this goat. He's well worth 18. Hell, he's worth $210. Well, look at him. Look at him. He's Rick. Ow, you little mean goat. Hey, you just, I stuck my finger in his face, folks. Come on. Now buy this goat here. Come on. He's worth at least $15. $15. Who give me them? Who give me $10 for the goat? $10. Come on, folks. We're getting desperate here. Let's do $10. Come on, folks. The bidding is down to $10. $10 for a goat. You can't buy 2 pigs for $10. Come on, $10 for that goat. Who give me $9? $9. Give me. How about you over there, sir? $10. $10. Come on, you're getting pretty low on the monies there. He's just the greatest little goat. Look at him. He's just so friendly and everything. He'll talk to you. Who give me $8 for the goat? $8.
Are we going to continue our game? Don't I win a prize for my agility?
I bet you never won anything in your life.
My name is Leroy.
I don't care what your name is.
Quite the guy. I mean, I remember when I was first set free, I didn't know what to do with myself. I wasn't prepared for that. All my life, my whole experience was limited to the cage that someone got from a pet store. I was a pet rabbit. A pet rabbit. I wasn't a very good pet. I mean, like many rabbits, I was very skittish and unfriendly and nervous, and I always kind of just huddled to the corner of my cage. So I wasn't let out of my cage very often, and that was my whole life. I was just always in that cage. And then suddenly I was set free. But I wasn't ready to be set free. I was lost and I was confused. So I started hopping around a lot. Hop, 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 hop. And then I started chomping on carrots because Bugs Bunny's always seen chomping on carrots. And Bugs Bunny at that time was the only available role model to rabbits. Chomp, chomp, what's up, dog? Chomp, chomp, what's up, dog? Chomp, chomp, what's up, dog? So like most of my friends, I started drinking night after night after night. Have you ever seen a drunk rabbit hop back? Oh, it's not a pretty sight.
Little dumb bunny!
Hey, that's my friend! Get out of here!
Yes, push, it really pushed. I remember when I was first set free, I got to pose for a picture of him, and it was on the front cover of the local newspaper. Oh, I was so excited. I was excited to be free, but I was also scared and confused. I mean, what does a pet rabbit do after he's no longer a pet rabbit? What does a pet rabbit do after he's no longer a pet rabbit? So I opened up my own newspaper. I called it Rabbit News. And at first I distributed it to rabbits, but the rabbits didn't care because there really was no rabbit news. So then I started distributing it to humans, but the humans didn't care because why should humans care about rabbit news if there is no rabbit news? Oh, and then I started drinking night after night after night after night, and that's when I met you. Yes, that's what I meant. You, don't you remember? I used to come into the bar all the time. I know you didn't like me at first. You didn't like anyone. But you kept coming back to the bar. We both did. I think we both just needed a friend at the time. I think we were both a little sad and lonely. Don't you remember that's when I invited you to move in with me?
Yeah, I remember. And I also remember you used to talk to that painting you painted of him. So stupid.
How about $7 for the goat, sir? $7. Will you take the goat for $7? Come on, $7. That'll buy you 2 hairdos right there, sir. Come on, $8. $8, not even $7. Is it? Hey, goat, quit eating my paper there. Look at this. You folks gotta buy this goat. He's gonna eat all my paper and I won't know how much to sell him for. Come on, he's worth at least another $3. Come on, folks, let's start the bidding. Where was I? Ow, you little goat, what are you doing there? What are you eating on me? How much what? How much? $7 for this goat. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. $7 for the goat. Look at him. Look at him. He can jump and hop around. Come back here, goat. What are you doing? Get up here. Look at this goat, ladies and gentlemen. Look how he cleans up everything, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at that. He's got himself an apple to eat and everything. He's a pretty good goat. He likes to eat just about anything. Clean up yard, everything. Let me tell you a little bit about this goat. Just yesterday, I was going to drive my car up to Jilly Bob's there and had me a chauffeur. Ladies and gentlemen, a free goat that can drive your pickup truck. Now look at this goat. He don't need a license because he ain't a people. He's a goat. Well, the sheriff pulled me over and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Let the goat drive." He said, "Okay." Down the road, he says, "He's a real good driver. He's better than you are." I said, "Thank you very much." Look at him. My wife says he does laundry better than anything she's ever seen. Come on, sir. Now look at him. You could just take this goat. For nothing, you could have a car driving, dishwashing, window licking goat. This goat is so smart, ladies and gentlemen, that the astronauts wanted to know exactly what I was feeding him so they could eat the same thing. They're tired of all that space food. Well, look at this goat. He'll eat just about anything. We're trying to give this goat away, ladies and gentlemen. Just last week, a friend of mine says, "Bob, will you please bring your goat over so he can adjust my TV set?" Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many people do you know have a goat that can adjust a TV set? And they're not just talking about turning it on. He got up on the roof. There, watch out, goat. He got up on the roof there, ladies and gentlemen, and adjusted the satellite. He dialed it right in. He's a genius. Look at him. And the goat won't give you no trouble. Goat won't ask for nothing. He won't take no money from you. Won't say, "Dad, I need an allowance. Mom, give me some money to go to the movies." The goat will make his own movies. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. You can't ask for nothing. A free goat. Come on, you mopes. Buy this goat.
What's wrong with you people? Why aren't you bidding on my goats? Can't you see that they need homes? Don't you care? Don't you know who I am? I'm Vivian Pusher, daughter of the legendary animal rescuer Paul Pusher, and proud founder of VPFLG. VPFLG, VPFLG, the Vivian Pusher Foundation, for the liberation of goats. Flippity, bippity, I've been through Hades to liberate these goats.
Liberate them from what?
Liberate them from the cruelties of farming and slaughtering. Now they're available as pets.
I don't want a goat as a pet. They're not cuddly.
But goats are goaty, and these are extra goaty goats! Would you like me to prove it to you? Good. This goat is going to take me to the great cosmic toilet so we can unclog it. That's our problem. That's humanity's problem. A clogged toilet sits in God's seat, governing our attitudes and behaviors. We're clogged because it's clogged. It's clogged because we're clogged. Giddy up, goatee. Giddy up to the cosmic toilet. Yeehaw! Giddy up. There it is! There it is! Waiting for me, benevolently, lovingly, patiently. There it is! Oh, there it is! I plunge my head. Hear me of the sense of terrible dread. Plunge for peace and plunge for love. Can you guess to the one I'm dreaming of? Now where there's a plunger, there must be a clog. Or is it my daughter, the big dog? It's a clog and a dog and the dog, get a dog, get a dog, get a dog, get a
I'll take it! I'll take the goat! And the plunger too!
Oh, whoa, Miss Pusher. You made Deborah Winger and Urban Cowboy seem inadequate.
You're inadequate.
Not always.
Oh?
When you said it's waiting for me
Benevolently, lovingly, patiently.
Were you referring to me?
No, jerk. I was referring to the toilet.
Vivian Pusher, eh?
Yes. Vivian Pusher. She saw that the auction wasn't going well, so she pushed the auctioneer right out of the way and he became cake.
Well, she's not exactly her father, you know. Paul Pusher, now he was a legend. He was very charismatic and sincere. He's the one who freed us rabbits, remember?
I'm telling you, Rabbit, she's quite a lady.
Who's quite a lady?
Vivian Pusher. Aren't you listening?
Not unless she's a rabbit-eared rabbit. Is Vivian Pusher a rabbit-eared rabbit? No. Oh, she's quite a lady.
First she started spitting sunflower seeds at me. I swept them up. She spit, I swept, she spit, I swept, she spit, I swept. It was crazy, it was violent, it was impassioned. It was like bullets. And then the way she rode that coat, wide-eyed and determined, she held that plunger firmly and proudly as if it was an enchanted sword. She looked like a mad knight of some kind, momentarily dedicated to a higher vision. She pushed herself to the edge of insanity, entering a domain of wild emotions and fleeting metaphysical abstractions that flew at her like crows to a scarecrow. then she kept looking at me as if she was performing for the one person in the room who appreciated her, who wanted her, who understood her. I mean, maybe she saw the desire in my eyes, the fire, or the willingness to dive in her sweet, delicious insanity. Seriously, Rabbit, I feel something for this strange woman, this dazzling female beast.
Oh, Vivian Pusher, I love that name. I can see myself pushing her again and again, ever so delicately with utter love.
But that doesn't sound very loving.
But it is, Rabbit. It is.
I'm being pusher because I push Vivian Pusher. 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 I'm being pusher because I push Vivian because I push within pusher. I'm breathing pressure 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 because I push within pusher. Pressure because I push within pusher. I'm breathing 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 pressure because I push within
Do you think I don't know it's you?
What's me?
You've been pushing me.
Yes.
You're a maniac.
Oh no, Vivian, I pushed you with love, with sheer love, and it grew with intensity with each push.
I know. I felt it. I knew the action was loving and fulfilled a deep longing in my soul. I cannot articulate this longing except to say that a few mad pushes completely satisfied it. Was this a longing then for a speedy downward plummet into myself, similar to what one would experience on a roller coaster?
Did you plummet?
A couple of times.
Which push did you like the best?
All of them.
Is that why you never objected?
How could I object? I was doing the same thing to you with the sunflower seeds. The more I grew to like you, the harder, the further, the faster I spit them.
I know, that's what I told my friend Rabbit.
Rabbit? You mean one of the rabbits that was freed by my father?
Yes.
Every bunny saved, every rabbit freed, then no hoppy creature can say, "No one hears me when I bleed." And as for the vicious furrier who profits from rabbit's fur, well, you might think him a scoundrel, but I think he's a cur. So rabbits, just go be rabbits, and run and hop and play. And we humans will stop our nasty habits and allow you to just hip-hop away.
Well, he probably worships my father and thinks that I can't quite measure up.
Yes, but I disagree.
My father pushed himself too hard. I warned him about that, and he promised to let up a bit.
But then he started to push me.
And I let him. He pushed me to mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional exhaustion. Campaigns, meetings, press conferences, pickets, protests, interviews. Free the rabbits, free the mice, free the parakeets. He freed everything but me.
Are you ready for your next push?
No,
No? What do you mean no? Why not?
because when the pusher reveals to the pushed that it is he who pushed the pushed can no longer be pushed. But you can buy me a gift.
What?
What do you think a girl who's devoted her life to the liberation of goats wants more than anything?
I don't know what.
A goat! A goat! If I could just have the chance to play mommy to a goat, it would make me feel more
Authentic, authentic, authentic.
then maybe people would take me more.
Seriously, 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 seriously.
I could never bring myself to own one. I don't know why. I don't even know why I chose goats. Yes, I do. They were next to my father's list. He was going to free the goats. But then he died and I took over. Your rabbit friend is right. I'm not my father.
I'll buy you a goat, Vivian.
Don't worry, Vivian. I'm gonna buy you a goat, goat, goat. Don't worry, Vivian. I'm gonna buy you a goat, 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 goat.
Open your eyes, Vivian.
Why, thank you, Leroy. My very own goat. I'm now a woman fulfilled. What should I name my new friend? Let's see.
What should I name my new goat? 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 I shall name her Vivian.
Vivian. I shall name her Vivian. That's not too self-congratulatory now, is it? I don't think so.
Hello, Vivian. I'm Vivian.
What's wrong?
Vivian named her goat Vivian.
So?
So now I have to push the goat.
Why do you have to push the goat?
Because I can't push her anymore.
But why not?
Because she said I can't.
But that still doesn't explain why you have to push the goat.
Well, I think she wants me to.
What makes you think that?
It was the look in her eye when she announced the goat's name. Haunting and seductive. Like an invitation, as if any living organism bearing that name, that precious name, was automatically subjected to her fate.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, Leroy, what are you trying to express?
Love.
This is love?
Yes, this is love to me. I don't know how to express a love that's gentle. To me, love is violent, it's sick, it's dangerous. Otherwise, how could it defeat the pain and ugliness that's eating away at all of us? And I know Vivian feels the same way. Her father loved her very much. It was an angry and possessive type of love. The emotions were violent and extreme. He pushed her to the limit. This is what love is to her. This is what she knows. This is what she seeks.
I still think it's weird that you're gonna push a goat.
I have to, Rabbit. I just have to. Get out of here!
Get me out of here! Rabbit!
Flippity bippity. Do you really think I don't know it's you?
What's me?
Oh, please. Do we have to go through this again? Pushing my goat. You've been pushing my goat.
How did you find out?
I see everything Vivian sees. We are symbiotically connected.
So is she ready for her next push?
No.
No?
No. I want Vivian to feel safe and protected. Goats have been pushed around long enough. All animals have.
Then why'd you name your goat Vivian if you didn't want me to push her?
I didn't know you were that sick.
But the way you said her name, it was as if you were inviting me to push her.
Perhaps I was. Perhaps I wanted to continue to experience the odd thrills of being pushed without having to be pushed.
So is Vivian ready for her next push?
See for yourself.
Vivian Pusher because I push Vivian Pusher. I'm 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 Vivian Pusher because I push Vivian
I see Leroy. I'll see that Leroy will see for himself. That Vivian the goat has put a spell on him. Vivian is the daughter of Pan, the goat spirit god. And he is very angry. If Leroy wants to push, then he shall have the hands of a pusher.
She put me under a spell. She gave me the hands of a pusher to push me to push the things I didn't want to push. She gave me the hands of a pusher to push me to push the things I didn't want to push. She gave me the hands of a pusher to push me to push the things I didn't want to push. Hands of a pusher to push me to push the things I didn't want to push.
Vivian Pusher.
Vivian Pusher.
Vivian Pusher is the cosmic thrust that moves through us like high-speed electrical currents.
Electrical currents.
She's a presence.
A presence.
A mysterious, indomitable presence. She opens us to the agony of our half-dead souls.
I must push.
She undulates. She sizzles. She redisguises herself. Vivian Pusher is everywhere. Everywhere. She's everywhere. I must push. I must push. I must push. I cannot resist.
I must push.
These are the hands of a pusher. And I must use them to push. I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender. I surrender.
So what would you name me, Mr. Pusher? I don't think my owners ever named me. And if they did, I think it was just one of those corny pet names. Well, why don't we start? Why don't we try with try a double R like Richard Rabbit? No. That was done with Roger Rabbit. Or how about a man's name like Paul or Tom or Ron? Or, no. That was done with Peter Rabbit. Oh, am I to remain nameless then, known only by my species, Rabbit? That's it, just Rabbit? Is there nothing new unique about me? Leroy. That's what's unique about me. He's my best friend. Well, actually, I'm his best friend. Sometimes I think that he just adopted me so that he would have a permanent sounding board. I shouldn't say that. Leroy's a nice guy. He's sort of like my frat buddy. That's it! I'm Fratted Rabbit! Fratted Rabbit! Fratted Rabbit! Fratted Rabbit! That's it! I love it! I'm Fratted Rabbit! I'm Fratted Rabbit! I love it! I love it! I'm Fratted Rabbit! Oh, I love it! I'm Fratted Rabbit! Fratted Rabbit! Fratted Rabbit! Leroy, is that you? How did you know where I was?
You pretty much moved into this place, haven't you? Or should I say broken into this place and completely taken it over? You're lucky his daughter doesn't use this office. Although I can see why she wouldn't. With all these photos! Ugh.
I feel like I've lost a friend, like I've lost you. I feel like the only friend that I have left in the world is him.
Well, sometimes I think you'd be better off as a pet.
What happened to your hand?
Vivian the goat did this to me. She put me under a spell.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know, I guess to stop me from pushing her. She gave me the hands of a pusher to push me to push the things I didn't want to push.
I think I can help you. I think I know of a remedy.
You can what?
Yes. I need a pair of Vivian Pusher's gloves. Preferably the one that she loves the most.
How am I supposed to get a pair of her gloves?
Ask her.
No, Mr. Cloysbarter, I cannot take your goat back. I don't care if the goat doesn't make goat sounds. My goats don't come with a guarantee to make goat sounds and bleat.
But what good is a goat that doesn't bleat? Would you sell a chicken without any feet? Would you sell a dog that doesn't woof? Or sell a horse without a hoof? I've tried taking the goat out for long walks. I've took it to a therapist, but it never talks. It does not speak, it does not bleat, it does not drink, it does not eat. I've led it in sing-alongs, but it doesn't sing. It doesn't do much of anything. I've read to it, and danced with it, had lunch with it, and romanced with it.
You what?
I buy it nice things, but it never cares. I tell it my funniest jokes, but it just sits there and stares. I dress it in the morning, I change it at night. I spend all day cooking, but it won't eat a bite. I can't imagine what could be wrong. It just sits around and stares at me all day long. A silent goat doesn't make me laugh. I've even begun bleating on its behalf. Bah! Bah!
You started to bleat in behalf of your goat? No wonder it sits around and stares at you all day.
I'm just about ready to slit my throat. Please help me do something with this goat. I'm so depressed I haven't left my home, so I mimeographed my plea to thee in a poem.
Your poem, excuse me. O goat of goats, don't look at me with hate so complete. I know that a human should never bleat. But I wanted my goat to do goaty things. Or maybe I just wanted a goat that talks and sings. If man and goat is to be a winning team, please do something before I scream. No, Mr. Kloisenbarger, I don't want you to scream. I'll tell you what, okay? I'll give you the number of someone who might want to buy your goat back. The number, 5553959. The name, Grippo Nouveau Kid. Tell him Vivian told you to call.
I will certainly give this Grippo Nouveau Kid a ring. Oh, thank you, Miss Pusher, for everything.
Now please, Mr. Kloisenbarger. I'm a very busy woman.
Vivian? It's Leroy. You left the door open. I let myself in.
Leroy! Yes, Leroy. Flippity bippity. Vivian did this to you, didn't she?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, come in. Sit down. Please. May I offer you something to drink?
Sure.
Brandy?
Sure.
Would you like a cherry?
Yes.
A little higher.
Nice place.
Thanks. It was my father's.
It's his decor. I left it as it was. Except for the servants. I fired them all. I don't believe in servants.
Well, that's not true. I believe in servants who want to serve me because they serve me because they want to serve me. Not because they are being paid to do so.
I see.
I changed the batteries in my flashlight.
Your flashlight?
Yes, my flashlight. I have a flashlight.
Do you use your flashlight?
No,
Then why do you change the batteries?
because they needed to be changed. That's why.
Well, why did the batteries need to be changed if you don't use your flashlight?
Because they just needed. That's all. Because they just needed to be.
Okay.
This is the first time we've been alone together outside of the auction space.
Yeah, yes.
It's nice.
Nice. It's yeah.
More brandy?
No, I hate brandy.
Oh, then why did you take it?
Because you offered it. Could I borrow a pair of your gloves?
My gloves? Whatever for?
To reverse the spell.
Why would I want to reverse the spell?
Because you don't want to see me suffer.
Perhaps I do.
Please, Vivian, I can't live like this. These are the hands of a pusher that pushes the things I don't want to push.
Like what?
Like everything.
Like everything?
Everything.
Well, I don't think I like that.
And if I can't push you, then I don't want to push anybody.
Well, would you prefer any particular color or style of gloves?
The ones you love the most.
Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are these the ones you love the most?
They are now.
This is going to hurt me, Roy, so please try to stay as still as possible. Still.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, it's going to hurt me.
Rod, stop!
It's okay.
Stop it, Rod! Stop! Rod, stop!
It's okay.
I've never been so humiliated in all of my life. I waited at the overpass for him to push me, and he didn't push me. He didn't even come. So I had to push myself down that wretched hill. And then I looked for him in places that I knew he would not be. Why didn't he push me? How dare you stop pushing me? How dare you stop pushing me? How dare you stop pushing me?
Vivian Pusher is the cosmic thrust that moves through us like high-speed electrical currents. I must push. 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 Vivian Pusher is a drug dealer who deals a drug called Vivian. A drug called Vivian. A drug. Mysterious, indomitable presence. She opens us to the agonies of our half-dead souls. She undulates. She sizzles. She redisguises herself. Vivian Pusher is everywhere. Everywhere. She's everywhere.
If I can't push Vivian, and if I can't push Vivian's goat Vivian, then I can't be a Vivian pusher, can I? And if I'm not a Vivian pusher, then what am I? Nothing! That's what I am, I'm nothing! There's nothing worse than being a nothing!
Rupert!
So you see, it's over!
It can't be over! What the hell is wrong with you? You're emotionally impaired and unable to express your love, so you end up expressing something completely different. And when that's taken away, you're right back to where you started and not one bit
I'm
wiser!
still a Vivian pusher, Rabbit, even though I no longer push Vivian pusher! Tell me, Rabbit, am I a Vivian pusher? Tell me, Rabbit! Oh!
Stop it! Stop it!
What the hell is this? Oh my god, it's Rabbit still. Oh my god, what did I do? What did I do? No! Oh god, no, Rabbit! Rabbit! Rabbit!
No food for you today. I told you not to call here again.
you Furba Fluba, the director of the local homeless shelter?
Of course. I love my job. I love seeing people reduced to pathetic, broken-down hobos by our cruel and materialistic society. Almost everyone I know ends up here at some point in their life. I bring them in, and then I kick them out. I know of no one better suited to this heartless role than myself. I always say, people without a home, the streets they can roam. I'm Furba Fluba. What's this? Present?
Rabbit stew. Rabbit stew.
Rabbit stew is outlawed.
I know. I didn't intend to make it. It happened accidentally.
How does someone accidentally make rabbit stew?
I snapped, I guess. I killed my rabbit, my best friend.
Oh, nice.
I can't just throw him out. Otherwise, it'd go to waste, and then he would have died for nothing.
So eat him yourself.
I can't eat the remains of my best friend.
Well, sorry, I can't help you. I obey the law. Well, most laws, that is.
Furba Fluba, don't be such a bluba.
How dare you make rhymes with my name?
Please, this is all I have left of him, and he at least has to go to a good cause.
Well, I haven't had my lunch yet. That's a good cause, isn't it? Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh, this looks so good. Ah! Ooh, Nom, 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 You can leave now, or Rabbit Killer.
But I don't have anywhere to go. My temp job ended, and my apartment is filled with blood and fur, and I can't bring myself to clean it up.
So where'd you work?
I swept floors at the goat auctions, those ones sponsored by Vivian Pusher.
Oh my God, that bitch! I know her! Vivian Pusher! Oh, she came in here because she heard we were feeding our clients goat meat.
Were you?
Well, what can I say? Goat meat's cheaper.
What did she do with the meat?
She ate it. Oh, and then she sang this little ditty of hers. How did that go? Please, don't eat the goat meat. It came from a creature alive and sweet.
Please, don't eat the goat meat. It comes from a creature alive and sweet. The flesh on a goat should remain on its body. The reasons we remove it, frankly, honey, they're shoddy. Goats should be freed around the countryside without the fear of their legs being torn off and fried. Besides, goat meat smells. Is there not enough hell in all various hells? So please, one more time, boys, from the top. Please, dirty the goat meat. It comes from a creature alive and sweet. Please don't eat the goat meat. Please don't eat the goat meat. If you want to eat flesh, then eat your own feet.
Please don't eat the goat meat. If you want to eat flesh, then eat your own feet.
If you want to eat flesh, then eat your own feet. Those lyrics are brilliant. And so is Vivian.
Oh, brother, you don't make me puke.
She's a goddess.
Time for a reality check here. Let me spell it out for you. Vivian's whole goat deal isn't going so well, and she knows it. But she wants everyone to believe that she's carrying out her father's legacy successfully. So she frees the goats and then auctions them off. Only most people aren't prepared to have a goat as a pet. Usually they come back and complain.
What the hell would I do with a goat?
No, I thought you liked animals. You're always watching the Animal Planet.
Well, just because I watch the Animal Planet doesn't mean I like animals, and it certainly doesn't mean I want a goat. Yes, and you know what the goat did? It rearranged my spices in alphabetical order.
I rearranged the spices in alphabetical order because I got sick of hearing you complain about not being able to find the fucking spices.
Vivian refuses to take the goats back herself, but she recommends another person who buys the goats for a low price and then sells them to the slaughterhouse, where Vivian, dressed as Cinderella, Cinderella's the goats herself. The slaughterhouse then sells the goat meat to a fast food chain, and they all split those big profits.
No, she would never do that.
You know what else she would never do? She would never use goat's blood to make Free the Goats sign that hangs in Goats Free the Goats headquarters.
No!
No!
No. Tell me that's not true, Vivian. Oh, Vivian. She's so lovely to push. Why is it that when we love, we often tell ourselves to shush? What happened to this world where a gentle emotion is expressed with a push and a shove? What will happen when our hearts are empty and no longer able to love? Oh, how it hurts. How I feel like mush being mushed. Oh, Vivian, my lady, please stand where you can be pushed.
Hey, aren't you the auctioneer? I would try to get
And that's exactly what you did, Vivian. You stood there waiting for me. Benevolently, lovingly, patiently. To push you. You knew I had to push you one last time, didn't you?
Honey, I think you did a little more than push the bitch.
Leroy, what are you doing, Leroy? Leroy? Leroy! No! Leroy!
Vivian. It was crazy, it was violent, it was impassioned. It was like bullets. It was like bullets.
Three females, dazzling female beast.
Beloved Vivian and my poor friend Rabbit, could I? Scary revelation, ain't it, Rabbit Killer? I told my buddy Freddy Rabbit not to trust your kind. Oh, but he didn't listen to me. He thinks I'm inferior because I got the other kinds of rabbit ears. He always came up to me. Oh, can I fiddle with your ears? Oh, the reception on my TV ain't going so good. But it's okay. I took it all in stride. Because that's the kind of bunny I am. You see that, worm? I knows all about the world. Whereas you? Well, you live on planet Vivian. Oh, and I almost feel sorry for you. I know. Why don't you try to put poor Vivian back together again? You can start with her head. Oh, push me, Leroy, push me. Shoot, boy, you better run.
Hi, my name is Leroy. I'm a rabbit. Well, actually, my best friend was a rabbit, but I accidentally made stew out of him. I also accidentally pushed Vivian. I killed Vivian. I didn't mean to, I swear. I tried to reassemble her. Would somebody please bid on my goat? Because I love you, Vivian.
Are you ready for the country? No, it is not my decision to go. Pull up the stakes, open your eyes when they're closed, and we'll spend the least and make the most. But the things that you say are clay pigeons for the range, filling up a gulch of things forgotten. The world is not blessed with your elephant's memory, begrudging all you have seen. Let's linger a while in a place that I know. I think I packed a bag here once long ago. Oh, my partner, I can hear your snores each night. It makes your healing chorus. The NyQuil fills your dreams with inner city teens, menacing your windshield at stoplights. I do not feel so protected. The gap is bigger than I expected. Between myself and your begrudging memory. I found a place to get what I need. An overcoat, an electric drill, some mustard seed. This town is filled with no one but preachers and whores. I humor each on my adventures. Yet it was always lack that brought me to your ways. I loved as a loud mouse loves a maze. Oh, the liquor in your lap and the lacquer on your lips, the darkness in your begrudging memory.
Please, don't eat the goat meat. Please, don't eat the goat meat. It comes from a